Good morning, welcome to the garden. I am just out here deadheading a few of these viola flowers that got kind of hit by that frost that we had. It's gonna be no problem to the plants at all. The plants themselves look super healthy, and deadheading violas only makes them bloom more, and they bloom super quickly, super readily. I don't think you're even in a day or two gonna be able to notice, but I thought I would just get the flowers that are looking a little bit damaged. I just thought I would pop them all off. And in general, I try to really keep on top of deadheading my violas, because if you do that, they just bloom and bloom and bloom like crazy. So there's already tons of new flowers coming in. As you can see, they are just loaded with flowers, and there's just a few that kind of got damaged. They're sort of dying. You can see where they got nipped by the frost. So I'm just popping all those off, and that'll just encourage even more blooms. But as you can see, there's tons of buds. And usually I come out here just about every other day and deadhead, and it's really not a big project because typically there's just a few flowers on here. So I'm just gonna go in and deadhead all these flowers. I have talked about my love affair with violas to no end this year. And with that in mind, I have some big plans for actually the fall garden. So I always like to start planning my next season's garden a season or two in advance. It just helps me to kind of know, I guess, just what I really want. So in the summer, I start planning the next year's summer garden, because I'm just in tune with what I want that time of year, with what's growing well, and that way I don't, forget. I don't know if there's anything that I really want to grow or that would do really well. So with that in mind, I have decided for next winter, fall, winter, spring, I'm going to do tons and tons of violas. I'll do a couple little, maybe like couple collard greens and a few other sort of hardy greens, but I want to fill all of these beds and containers pretty much with violas. I just want to fill everything. So with that in mind, I ordered a bunch of viola seeds. I actually put a big order in with Baker Creek. When I ordered those Brazilian bellflowers, I also ordered a bunch of viola seeds, and I got that seed package in, and I did a little unboxing and I recorded it. So I am going to pop that footage in right now, going through just all of the seeds that I got. They have a ton of different varieties. You can find viola seeds at a lot of different places, but I've actually found that Baker Creek has a ton of them and a ton of interesting varieties. But there's so many beautiful things, and so I just wanted to have them all. It's a little early, I didn't need to buy them right now, but just to have them in stock. So I'm gonna put all that footage in now, and we'll check back in. Hello there, welcome to the garden. So it is currently nap time. I have a couple minutes to get out here, and I also got some seeds in the mail, so I thought I would share these with you. This is kind of a funny seed unboxing because a lot of these seeds are actually gonna be for my fall garden, but I just ordered them anyways. I don't know why, just to have them. Sometimes things go out of stock, whatever. But I wanted to get a bunch more violas. I have been absolutely just loving violas. I talk about them all the time, and they were such a great bloomer for me over the winter period. Like, they really bloomed all winter long. Even though we had one big frost that kind of took out a lot of things, my violas bloomed so well over the winter that I thought it'd be really fun to just fill the garden with violas next year. And doing that from seed is, just like a really great way to do that. So I picked up a bunch of violas and a few other things, and so I thought I would just share with you what I got, and then we'll probably end up starting these a bit later on. Baker Creek changed up their seed packaging. I like this. Nice. Okay. So, couple different things. So these I think are mostly the violas, so we can go through those. So yeah, I just thought it'd be fun for the fall garden to have like just all violas, do all the containers full of violas, everything, because they'll actually bloom. And maybe put like one or two collard greens in there because they do well too, but for the most part have violas. So here we go. I just got a ton. I started with these Envy. These are really cool because they're kind of like this sort of greenish color. I'm sure that, green with Envy is kind of the look. So that'll be really pretty. I thought, when I do these in containers, I'm going to put like one container, one variety, one container, another, one raised bed all full of one color. So this will be really beautiful, this kind of green, and really interesting. And then I've got a, like, let's see, Mineola Heart Aqua. So this is kind of like a blue, and I love all these antique-y kind of colors. Baker Creek really has a great selection of violas and pansies, and they have a lot of these really pretty, just, yeah, antique-y kind of looks. So I thought that was really beautiful. And then Wine Lierta. So that's kind of like a, yeah, like a really pretty sort of purple. Just to have a mix of colors, I figured I gotta make sure I get like a variety. Oh, here's the free, they always give you free seeds. So it looks like a wasabi radish. That looks interesting. 60 days to maturity, so it's a daikon. But it has, let's see, wasabi kind of flavor. That should be really interesting. Oh, and bok choy. I love bok choy. These are cute. Extra dwarf tiny heads. That would be really cute in a container. Well, maybe these will go in the fall garden as well. So that'll be perfect. All of these can be for next year. Then let's see. Oh, actually, I just got so many more violas. Okay, so the next one I got so many. Blue Perfection. So that'll be a really nice contrast, like maybe with green violas or something else, something really pretty in blue. I found these Bulls Black. So the black violas, I really love these in the fall. These were super cute as kind of a like a Halloween style viola. So definitely if you wanted to do a Halloween container and you wanted to start some things for it from seed, something like this, like a black viola would be super cute for that. Then I thought this mix was really kind of pretty and classic. This was the Chicky Chicks, kind of those classic viola colors. At least I feel like that's what I think of when I think of viola colors, kind of those purples and dark purples and yellows and all that, really beautiful. Then I had to get the Antique Lierta. This is the vibe that I'm just loving. Like, how gorgeous are those? And that'll be really sweet in a container too, and kind of pop next to some of the other colors. So it should be really a beautiful look. And then I just kept going. So then I got Floral Days Morning. I'm gonna start like probably 100 and some plants is my plan for the fall garden. So that's a nice kind of like mix of some of those pinks and purplies, yellows, and this is the same one, Near to Fire. But yeah, I figured if I want to do like 100 plants or more, probably, yeah, at least, and then I want to put them into all the containers and all the beds, I'm really going to need a lot of seeds. So hopefully I'll use these up. And then I grabbed two other things that I just wanted to have. So this is my favorite lettuce. I talk about it all the time. This is the Frauenschluss lettuce. I absolutely love this lettuce. It's a romaine style lettuce. So it kind of does better, a little bit better in heat, but it's just gorgeous, beautiful and tasty. It is really delicious. I always grow it for baby greens, and I really love the way it tastes and the texture, and it's just a good plant. Like, it just sprouts well and grows well, and I don't have some of the issues with like germination and stuff that I sometimes have with lettuces. And then I have been looking at these apricot lemonade Cosmo seeds for years. I've always thought they were really such beautiful flowers, and I've never ended up getting them. I've always kind of, you know, been on the edge, like, I don't know, do I really have space or whatever, but I figured I'd just get a few of these seeds and maybe start some and put them, you know, in a little corner of my garden, maybe somewhere where they can kind of just take off and be really beautiful. And this is definitely falling in line with the apricots and browns and oranges and that we're kind of doing in the garden this year. A little bit of pink. I do have some pops of pink, so this will be good because it'll kind of pick up some of those brighter pops of pink. As I'm doing my more antique sort of look for the garden this year, I do have like bubblegum pink in some of my perennials, so this will kind of mix. But it's just a fun little seed haul, kind of just some interesting things, and I just had to get more violas, and I'm having such good luck starting them from seed that it's just making me want to do that. I'm figuring that I'll probably, I guess it'll be around like in June, I will probably come in and start, maybe July, I think I started some in July and it worked well. So in July, I'll come in and start a bunch indoors. Because it's so hot and humid here in the summer, it's way too warm to start violas outside. They're just not gonna do well. Kind of like same philosophy with starting your lettuces for the fall garden or brassicas for the fall garden. I'm gonna start all of these violas indoors under grow lights mid to end of July, and then probably plant them out at the end of August, early September. And then that'll be just about the right time. Like right when I'm ready, I'm gonna try to probably pull out most of the things in my beds and plant them in. So I've got to be ready, maybe probably be more like early September. I'll plant in all of these violas and hopefully that will be really gorgeous and just fill up the garden, and they'll just bloom and bloom and bloom. Because I mean, look at these. Okay. These plants have not quit blooming all winter long. They have just bloomed. These are the tigri violas I started from seed. Oh my gosh, and they're just blooming and blooming. This guy needed some water, so I did water it. But yeah, so stunning. And they're not gonna last. Their time is coming to an end here in a couple months, but then we'll get a bunch more of them going. And I'm just liking this kind of look, this antique style. You know, there are the typical like classic. This is that classic Johnny Jump Up kind of look, which is beautiful. And the deep purples are nice, but some of these antique-y sort of looks are just so delicate and stunning, and they just look like, I don't know, they look so whimsical, like something out of a little fairy tale. I do come in and deadhead because they are a plant that really benefits from deadheading, and they bloom a lot. So I do find that I have to stay on top of it. Check around, peek, because they bloom, and their blooms last for a few days, but then you kind of have to come out, and I just pop them off really close to the stem, because otherwise you get like, the stems will kind of stick out and look unsightly, so you want to just take it all the way down and deadhead it there. But it's super easy to do. They're super easy to care for. Yeah, I've become this like viola person. They might be my favorite flower right now. How can you not love it? So how fun are all of those seeds? I'm so excited. I have all these plans for starting all of them. So that's gonna be great. Otherwise, today we're getting into some more really nice, beautiful weather here. So just gonna enjoy the garden. We actually might get some rain showers, so I'm not gonna do a whole lot of watering. It was only 50 degrees last night, so I left the greenhouse open. Everything looks good in there. I think there's one little seed tray that I might go ahead and water just to make sure that it stays happy. But yeah, just gonna deadhead violas and enjoy the beautiful garden. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.